Now let's turn our attention to gaming. Gaming has continued to grow in recent years, and 2020 was another record year. 4 in 5 US consumers have played a video game in the past 6 months. And at $174 billion in annual revenue, the gaming industry is actually larger than the movie and music industries combined. We're now approaching 3 billion people playing games. That's 40% of the world's population. Now, gaming is at the heart of so much of what we do at AMD. Gamers push us to innovate faster because they always want more. More frames, more pixels, and more immersive experiences, which is exactly what we delivered with our new CPUs and GPUs and the new generation of game consoles powered by AMD. The hottest products in the world today are the new game consoles from Microsoft and Sony. Panos mentioned our work with Microsoft to build high-performance CPUs and GPUs for the Xbox Series X and Series S. We're also incredibly proud of our deep partnership with Sony to power the new PlayStation 5. All these next-generation consoles use custom AMD SoCs with Ryzen and Radeon technology. Console gaming has never looked better, and AMD is providing the underlying technology pushing 4K gaming across these platforms. Now, for PC gamers, we introduced high-end graphics cards to the desktop PC market at the end of 2020 with the Radeon RX 6000 series. With the Radeon 6900 XT, 6800 XT, and 6800, we have leadership at the high end. The reviews and awards for these products have been fantastic, and we know that millions of gamers are excited about the RX 6000 series. Whether you're building your own gaming rig or buying a new gaming PC, we truly have the best for PC gamers. We're working with our partners to drive a record number of premium desktop gaming systems from OEMs and from system builders, featuring our new Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards and our Ryzen 5000 series desktop CPUs. Now, the underlying graphics architecture for all these new PC and console products is AMD RDNA 2. With RDNA 2, we really exceeded our goals. We doubled the performance from the first generation of RDNA in 2019, and we achieved a 65% performance per watt increase while supporting the full DX12 Ultimate experience for gamers. The team did a great job with this architecture, and you'll see many more products in 2021 with RDNA 2. We talked about the importance of gaming notebooks a bit earlier, and we'll be bringing RDNA 2 to gaming notebooks next. So let me show you a preview of the RDNA 2 graphics architecture in a notebook reference design. What you're looking at here is Dirt 5, another demanding game running at ultra-high settings in 1440p, and what you see is more than 60 frames per second. Just beautiful, smooth gameplay. We're on track to launch the first notebooks with RDNA 2 in the first half of the year with our partners. And you'll also see new mainstream RDNA 2 desktop graphic card designs in the first half of the year as well. We're very excited to have RDNA 2 across the entire spectrum from consoles to desktops to notebooks soon. Now, while console and PC gaming are the most fun for some people, for others, it's gorgeous content and Hollywood films. Today, high-performance computing makes it faster and less expensive to produce amazing movies and TV shows. My next guest has overseen some of the most beloved stories and characters ever, with visual effects and computer animation powered by AMD. Francois Chardavon is the head of technology for Lucasfilm and Industrial Light and Magic.
Hi, really happy to be here, Lisa.
Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. So ILM, Lucasfilm, and AMD have worked together now for more than a decade. Yet 2020 is probably one of the most memorable of the years that we've worked together. The demand for content is through the roof. Can you tell us a little bit about how 2020 has changed the way you work?
Absolutely, you're right. Lucasfilm just recently announced 10 new series and feature films, and a lot of studios are doing the same thing. The content creation is through the roof across all of the major content creators. And for ILM in particular, despite all the disruption for 2020, it's been an incredibly busy year. And we're looking out to 2021, and it's going to be even bigger. We built an entirely new studio from scratch in Sydney, Australia, to add to our 4 other studios. We opened a few months before the pandemic really hit, and it was an opportunity for rethinking from the ground up all of our infrastructure to make sure that we're making the best choices possible. One of the most important parts of our infrastructure for what we do is the render farm. Really the compute firepower that creates all of the images that you see on screen. And for Sydney, we decided to go exclusively with AMD to build our facility up. And that was something that really empowered that studio to hit the ground running despite all the disruption of 2020.
Wow, Francois, that's just fascinating. I mean, just to think of all of the things that you guys have to think about when you're, producing, the best content in the world. So, you guys were really an early adopter of AMD EPYC and Threadripper. Can you tell us a little bit about how the tech works for you?
Absolutely. I mean, I think for us, it's really about scale and flexibility. Scale just to produce the sheer amount of content across all of our studios where we just need as much firepower as possible. And AMD is really focused on building out the amount of power that you can put in any individual's hands. The amount of threads and cores that you have available is unprecedented. And this really helps us deliver the content that we have. That scale comes into play a whole lot more than it ever has, even for interactive processes, not just the overnight processes, where more and more we're just seeing software take advantage of that sheer amount of threads that are available with AMD processors in a way that software never has before. And so artists are able to make changes and immediately see the results. That gives you more of an intuitive sense of how when you turn the knob, it really affects what you see on screen. That really changes how you approach the creative process.
Francois, you sound like you love cores and threads just as much as I do. So we love that. But you're really pushing the envelope on what technology can do, and it sounds like there are actually things that you can do in your creative pipeline or workflow that you weren't able to do before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
As artists more and more are having to tackle really high resolution content, high dynamic range, more bit depth, it's just a lot of data to process. And a lot of the codecs, the compression algorithms for the content are becoming more and more elaborate than they have before. And being able to play back at speed 4K content, 8K content, we have rides that are projected on huge screens that are sometimes multiple 16K content. We've never been able to review that before. And that's an area where we're really looking to AMD to help us solve that problem in a cost-effective way that used to be really limited to specialized hardware. And AMD is making that a whole lot more commoditized than it ever has in the past.
That's fantastic. Really, really exciting stuff. I know we're all looking forward to seeing it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us, some of your insights on how, high performance computing really does enable all of the wonderful work that you do at ILM and Lucasfilm. We're really proud to be your partner and really look forward to doing much, much more together in the future.
Thank you so much, Lisa. This has been great, and AMD has been an amazing partner through all this.
Let's take a look at some of the great work by Lucasfilm and ILM using high-performance computing. To share more about our work in the PC, workstation, and server markets, let's welcome our great friend, Lenovo Chairman and CEO, Yang Yuanqing. YY, it's great to see you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having me here.
I've heard you say Lenovo is focused on building smarter technology for all, data center, PCs, mobile phones, and smart devices. Can you tell me a little bit about what the Lenovo team experienced in 2020 when it comes to the world's transition to digital first?
Why some people predicted a smartphone would replace PC and tablets before. The work and study from home trend have proven PC to be an essential productivity tool now. Although this trend was started by the pandemic, it has now become a new lifestyle. So even after the pandemic, we believe this new lifestyle will stay. And Lenovo is committed to meet our customers' requirements.
We enjoy such a great partnership that spans from data center to workstation to all forms of PC. Lenovo has some of the best solutions with AMD products, whether it's our Ryzen 5000 or our Threadripper workstation products or our AMD EPYC product line. How do you view our expanding partnership and what we're able to bring to customers in these markets?
We are happy to address different customer needs with a broad portfolio of technologies and solutions we create with AMD. Our leading gaming systems are well recognized by esports enthusiasts. Our yoga products are the perfect blend of style and performance. Our ThinkPad and ThinkBook allows professionals take their productivity home or anywhere, and our workstations continue to generate creative contents and inspire the world.
That's just really fantastic, YY. You know, we're starting a new year together during our digital CES, and I know you often use CES to kick off your most important announcements for the year. So can you tell us about some of the things that you're excited about for 2021?
As part of our smarter technology for all vision, we believe there should also be connectivity for all. We have embedded 5G technology across a number of our products to make sure they can be always on and always connected. But 2020 taught us that what our customers need in the new normal is a breakthrough in a few existing technologies that have become absolutely essential today. We are leveraging advanced technology like artificial intelligence and the latest hardware innovations to drive breakthrough in this space. As a customer-centric company, Lenovo is definitely focused on innovations that makes the biggest impact on customers' lives today and in the future.
That sounds super exciting, YY. Thank you again for joining us today. I'm really looking forward to all the great new AMD-powered products Lenovo has in the works.
AMD 好像成为游戏机的专供了，两大厂商索尼和微软都选择了 AMD， 看来不是没有原因的。AMD 的姿态相对较低一点，有什么定制化需求都可以满足，不像英特尔和 NVIDIA， 那是贵族气质，绝不低头。同时 AMD 的开放性貌似要好一些，驱动代码什么的都可以给，感觉这个发展势头很猛啊，逐步的扩大合作范围。之前说打造生态系统，我当时还不太相信。那会儿 AMD 市值也不高，风评也一般般，现在看人家就是干成了，不得不说佩服。高材生就是高材生，文能提笔搞技术，武能上马打英皇。PS5 真好看呐，日后我一定买一台，日后一定。